Last week in Iowa, frustration continued for Kieran Lifflander. A mistake at the start of his heat race dropped him to the back, forcing yet another trip through the semifinal just to make the feature race. And meanwhile, Evan McFarlane was untouchable, fastest in seeding, dominant in his heat race, and the winner of the Grand Prix once again. 4 titles deep, McFarlane thrives under pressure, but for Kieran, the cracks may be starting to show as the championship winds down. Elsewhere, bad luck struck Matthew Lindy yet again after another crash in the semifinal, while Josh Darnell quietly delivered a stellar drive to third, sneaking his way onto the podium. Now the championship heads to Barcelona, a track etched in recent memory for one of the fiercest battles between these two young stars. Will history repeat itself? We'll find out together today. We go green in Spain, live next on ASN. Our venue this afternoon is the virtual Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, first race by NASA in 2021. It features 10 corners and uses Sector 3 of the Grand Prix layout in reverse, creating huge speed differences into Turn 2 depending on Joker strategy. The lap then tightens into a technical dirt chicane and hairpin section before demanding absolute precision over the jump, with the late Joker choice to close the lap. In NASA Rallycross, here's our format. After open practice, we will head to a single car 3-lap qualifying. The order is then inverted for our 5-lap heat races. If you win a heat, you're straight to the feature with 2 bonus points. The rest head to the 2 semifinals, also 5 laps, and the top half of each race advances, with the top 3 earning extra points. That sets the stage for our 10-lap features, where the points are awarded and the trophies are handed out, and unique to NASA Rallycross, 2 Jokers are taken all afternoon. The 33rd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship continues today live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck and next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to the 10th running of the Spanish Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge on ASN is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Also by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams, and thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for camera support all season. And finally, to Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. Brian, I got a question. Evan has been on incredible form. Kieran has been making mistakes. Is he cracking under the pressure of this World Championship fight?
Not quite sure, Josh. I mean, it's a hard one. Kieran won last week, if I remember correctly, but he still lost 2 points to Evan McFarlane in the championship overall. So it's going to be hard here at Barcelona. It's been a chaos all week. So hopefully we get something a little cleaner today than we did in Contenders and the Lights, and get some good racing. See what these boys can do.
It was certainly an interesting brawl for the Contenders race on Monday night, as we have our World Championship competitors getting ready to take to the track. Currently in practice, as we're finishing this up, Evan McFarlane 40.445, Kieran Lifflander 40.7. As looks like everyone is in the session. We got Cody Crosgrove returning, Brian, multiple-time Contenders Series champion in car number 18. And how can we forget, like we mentioned in the opener, well, let's take a look at points then, Brian, if you want to do that. Go ahead.
You could have kept going, but just before we get to qualifying, we're going to look at the points real quick. Evan McFarlane topping the charts, 135. Kieran Lifflander not too far behind him at the 126. Zach Blanche, Matt Lindy, Marcus Simmer, Josh Darnell, Klaus Kreutzer, Devin Hughes, Jake Robichaux, and Octavio Rondoletto. in the team points. Gonna go ahead and look at TWR Super Squad, JC Sim Sport, Control Z Racing, Kier Lifflander Racing, Fiesta Siesta, Byte 500, Slapex, Control Z again, TO Racing, and JC Academy. Manufacturers, we're not even looking at. We know what it is. It's Subaru, Ford, no VWs.
Subaru, Ford, mystery car than VW.
That's
because
true.
Inside Baseball, I tried to resort the spreadsheet before we went live, and the box was still there. I said, I have no idea how this is here.
I don't. We need somebody to join or give just VW 1 point. Just consolation.
It's okay. I'll do an in-race reporter and race the Volkswagen for half a show. What I was mentioning is last season between these two, and we talked about it in the opener, Kieran was leading, if I recall correctly, all race. Evan was trailing him. He made up, I think, a second and a half, maybe even more, in what was it, 2 or 3 laps, and won in a photo finish at the start-finish line. It was incredible between those two, and I just wonder if it's going to happen again. Let's head, actually, to qualifying and see what's going to happen in this. I took a look at the stat book before we went live. I'll take a second look again, and it has been Evan McFarlane, every seeding round win, 5 for 5 so far this season. And Kieran's been down. He's been right there, but he's also been making mistakes, like we mentioned. I'm so confused because normally he has been picture perfect, Brian, in car number 20. Who's the first car on track?
Is Cody
Klaus
Crossgrove.
Kreutzer. Well, I had Klaus. Technically, it's Blanche. I don't know. Maybe it is Crossgrove. Maybe they're just all at the same spot.
We'll go with Crossgrove. They all got on the track at the same time and then did not move. So we'll look
Cody
at the returning
Crossgrove,
contenders champion.
former contenders champion in car number 18. Such a late entry. I don't have him in my little document to see when he won his championships. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have not been able to remember. Cody Crossgrove, 23A and 23C, winning the Contenders Championship in car number 18. The Canadian making his return to NASA Rallycross. Might have clipped the tire barrier there, Brian. Not sure if that's going to count as a 0X for him through the hairpin. And Kieran already on track, and he hit the tires in the hairpin. Evan's not on track yet. And I don't know if this lap will count for... No, it didn't. He parked it. Matthew Lindy on track, so let's go back to Klaus. Klaus is going to be the first car to finish his run, Brian. Benchmark is being set 41-2. Crossgrove rounds the final corner. That first lap doesn't count. Zach Blanche begins his first lap. Kevin Garcia's crashed on his warm-up. And Kieran, I think, is going to wait for Evan. I feel like, guys, I'm going to mention this 100 times today, and even in the last couple of races of this season, I truly don't know what's going on inside of car number 20, but it is very not normal for him. As Klaus Kreutzer, the only car to clock a lap right now. Zach Blanche in car number 2, rounding this hairpin. We saw massive crashes on Monday in the hairpin before the jump. We're looking at Klaus again. Multiple lines, you'll see a couple guys running deep into that hairpin. There's a little bit of dirt that, is it textured like asphalt? Truthfully, I don't know, but it gets you a massive bit of grip. Klaus, oh, he's given up that lap. Evan McFarlane, 41-2. The world champion has set his lap. Actually, no. According to my screen...
Cody Crossgrove got a black flag also. I think he took the Joker. So, I mean, it's going to let him race, but that's... He's not going to be able to clear that, I don't think, with a reset. It will just DQ him there.
Oh, did Crossgrove take the Joker?
He may have.
Inside Baseball, your timing's broken. You might have to restart it. I was looking at you.
I'm aware.
It said Evan set a lap time, and then next thing you know. So I'll take a look and see. Sorry that we're all over the place. Got some issues we're sorting through. He jokered. We can't clear that.
Right now.
Yeah, we can't clear that. So... Well, it was mentioned in the driver's meeting, no jokers, because the sim throws the black flag, and there's nothing we can do. So Cody Crossgrove is out right now, from what it looks like. I'm looking at the world champion while you fix that, as we look also together on stream.
Yeah, we only can look at Evan right now, because I can't change anything.
Terrific.
okay,
McFarlane crosses the line, 40.868. He does not get close to his teammate, Lindy. And where is Kieran? Kieran has yet to set a lap as well. Devin Hughes has crashed on his third lap. Can you go on board with him, or you can't fix anything at all right now? Let's do this. Let's ride on board car number 1. Enjoy the lap while Brian tries to fix everything.
Oh, there was an update for our program while we were running. That's spectacular.
Of course. Enjoy the sights and sounds of the Subaru. And Evan has crashed on his qualifying lap. That was his third lap. Kieran is rounding the final corner across the line. The second lap doesn't count. This is fascinating stuff because Evan's done. Where's Kieran? Rounding turn 1, turn 2, into the technical dirt section. Right, left, right, clobber the curbs, get the car to rotate. And Matthew Lindy, and Evan doesn't have a lap at all. So this is 6th right now for the world champion. Kieran has no time either. Through the sweeper. They stayed inside. They didn't take the outside line like normal. Over the jump, you have to position the car for that corner as you jump, rounding the final corner. What will Kieran do? Will he pip the teammates at the top? 40.597. He does. Open goal for the man running for the world championship. I'm lost for words, Brian. We talked about Kieran having issues and Evan no qualifying lap.
Well, did Kieran get first? I'm not paying attention to you right now. I'm full disclosure. Did Kieran just get first?
I think so. Lindy's rounding the corner to begin his third lap. Let me take a look. Kieran 40.5. He went P1. Lindy's got a lap to respond. Oh, I didn't even notice everything's broken over there. Okay, everything's truly broken.
It's coming back up.
And Lindy has parked it. Lindy's disconnected. I think he might have had a connection issue.
We got a Josh
Darnell's done with his run.
So.
Wow.
We'll go to fast lap. We'll figure this out. Yep, we're back. So that's, you know
McFarlane
what that is, Josh?
Third. Okay.
Oh, McFarlane third. Okay. McFarlane third. I was going to say, if McFarlane didn't set a lap time, there's all 8 points in the championship just wrapped up in qualifying.
Apologies for that, guys. The internal timing with it being broken, it obviously doesn't refresh on my end, so I missed it on that one.
Didn't know who we were looking at. There it goes.
I didn't know who we were looking at and what was happening. We're figuring it out together.
We're good. It just showed me that we were looking at Kevin Garcia the entire time, and the lap times are getting reported incorrectly. It's my favorite when that does that.
I am refreshing internally to try and get timing, and it is still broken over here. All right.
Live timing? I'll give you live timing.
That would be terrific. So,
all right, this should be up.
Kieran Lifflander wins the seeding round. Matthew Lindy, Evan McFarlane. So third. Everybody don't panic like I did. Evan got third. Blanche, Kreutzer, Darnell, Garcia, Hughes, the top 8, and Cody Crosgrove. We'll have to see. We've mentioned that it DQs you from the sim. We think. It actually has not happened until just now. So we're going to figure out if that's the case for Crosgrove in the 18. We got 30 seconds. You want to go over programming notes real quick and we'll head to the heat races?
Absolutely. So, coming up this week, it's pretty much a lot of the same. NASA once again. Tomorrow we're at Knock Hill for the Futures and the Lights World Championship starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 for the Lights. That's going to be Josh Darnell and myself. We're going to Knock Hill. A lot of drivers hate Barcelona. They hate Knock Hill worse. I think it's a little more unforgiving than this track, Josh. Then on Monday night, Justin Robichaux and I will be doing Contenders at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then next Saturday, we're back here finishing up Knock Hill week at 2 as normal.
And just a reminder, SimCar back in January. Jake Robichaux joined us in race control. He says it should allow Cody to race as normal, just no quali time. We'll see. Heat number 1, grid here in Barcelona. ASN TV USA for any and all information. Twitch, Facebook, TikTok? I don't have the script in front of me. Cosgrove's on the grid, so we've learned that you can take the Joker, but it'll throw you to the back in qualifying. Cosgrove, Garcia, Kreutzer, McFarland, Lifflander. Oh boy, they're in the same heat race. And only one car transfers. Getting ready for Heat 1. 5 laps, 2 Jokers in Barcelona. Green flag, off the line. McFarland gets a great jump. Cosgrove boxes in Lifflander. Turned is Kreutzer, maybe! McFarland gets turned into Kreutzer. He gets saved. It's Cosgrove. It's Lifflander. It's McFarland, Kreutzer, Garcia. Out wide is Cosgrove. To the inside is Lifflander. It pinches down over the jump. Remember, no Joker off the start. And now McFarland looking to make a move. Kreutzer to the inside of his teammate. 3 wide! Kreutzer to the wall! McFarland's around! The world champion definitely on the outside looking in after a messy start, Brian, to Heat 1.
World Championship, he just got Austin Powered in the start-finish gantry. Now he's got to race Klaus Kreutzer. These top 2 are away.
Lifflander to the lead.
Healthy gap. We got anybody in race control. Go give a check if Cody Cosgrove just got a black flag for that. Maybe clear that one because he just went into the infield, had to come back in.
So now it's Kieran Lifflander leading. McFarland's back in second. Cosgrove, Kreutzer, and Garcia. Lifflander leads at the end of the first lap. And Kreutzer shoots Cosgrove into the tires, up and over the Canadian goes, and this is not the feature, and I have to scream like it's the feature, Brian. This is wild. As he cuts the track again.
I don't think they touched there. I just think that was Cody Cosgrove hitting the wall. We're going to take a look back. Yeah, they're not touching. Yep, they weren't touching. It was just trying to set up.
Over he went. Alrighty. We've got Lifflander taking the Joker. McFarland. 4.8. Let's call it 4.4. Through the final corner. Kreutzer, Garcia, and Cosgrove. And this will be... I'm not sure if it's the first time. Well, Cosgrove's off the track, Brian. Otherwise, I would. He has parked it. So, Lifflander, McFarland, Kreutzer, Cosgrove, Garcia.
So
it's been a crazy first couple laps.
Has McFarland taken a Joker? McFarland has not taken a Joker yet. He's got Klaus Kreutzer 5-6 seconds behind him. He's going to take his first here. Let's see where Klaus is. Klaus is coming through the jump. Don't think there's going to be any competition there, especially with Klaus's car looking the way it does. It is, we're pretty spread out. We're on lap 4 or 5. We're going to take a look back and see if we can see what happens with Evan. So, yeah, they tried to go 3 wide. That was Klaus. Evan backing up. Hitting the start gantry. Unfortunate for him, that's solid now. And then gets going again.
And Kieran Lifflander comes to the start-finish line to take the white flag. In a crazy and chaotic first heat of the afternoon. McFarland takes his second Joker. Kreutzer's done with his strategy. Lifflander's going to have 1 Joker left. Gap between them about 5 seconds as we ride on board Lifflander. You have to ease your way through this dirt. Back out onto the asphalt of the road course, and then just like that, clobber the curb, get the car to rotate. And Lifflander, so perfect, nearly into the wall. Over the jump. Interesting, they're not running the outside line. Normally, I thought that was the line in these cars. And rounding the final corner.
You got a 5-second gap. You don't really have to push it like that.
Checkered flag for Lifflander, winning Heat 1. McFarland, second to the semifinal. Kreutzer, Garcia, Cosgrove as well. And the gap was 0.8 of a second at the checkered flag, with McFarland backwards on the start. Ominous. That's scary stuff for the rest of the field. All right.
It's impressive that he got back up to second after that incident. The Crossgrove and Kreutzer pretty much helped that by getting in there the second accident.
Devin Hughes, Josh Darnell, Zach Blanche, and Matthew Lindy for heat number 2. Everybody's on grid. Another 5 laps, 2 jokers. Winner advances in Barcelona.
We only have these 2 heats tonight. So
Green flag. Hughes, terrible start. Darnell comes across into Blanche. Blanche shoots the middle, gets hit with netcode by Hughes, and back to third is the man third in points. Hughes, Darnell and Hughes both wide. Blanche to the inside. Winner from Daytona. Over, under potentially from Darnell. Not enough room. Lindy back in fourth. Only 2 heats today, Brian, like you had mentioned, as we begin the first lap proper for this second heat race. Everybody two-wheeling through the final couple of corners. Side by side, Lindy with Darnell for third.
It's incredibly hard to do an over-under. We don't want these cars side by side. Is Josh Darnell going to back out? He does. Every time we've had 2 cars go side by side through turn 2, the car on the inside, they don't make it. They do not live anymore. It's the end of that race. Nobody hitting the barrier. They're all going through just fine. The hairpin,
inside,
the dirt transition
Blanche.
right here are the 2 best places to make a pass that aren't the Joker, Josh.
The transition right here is so jolting from the dirt to the asphalt. It rips your car, as jokering is Blanche, especially when the track grips up too. This is just a fascinatingly technical track, and it is a bull ring. We will see even more chaos in the feature race later on. As Devin leads, Lindy second, third Darnell, fourth is Blanche. And now Blanche, Brian, took 1 joker, the only car 2 joker, and Hughes and Lindy battling for the lead.
Yeah, we're looking probably 2.5 second delta on the Joker here.
Jokering is Hughes.
Not that
Exiting.
big.
Blanche jokers as well. Strategy for the 2 is done, so let's keep an eye on the Australian if he can make up this gap for the other cars at the front. Locking up is Hughes in the corner.
Speaking of strategy, Josh, you're going to see these cars take the Joker probably lap 2, and then they get a decision for lap 3 or 4.
Inside, into Darnell, sorry, Brian. Side by side, into the second part of dirt. Darnell lets him have it, maybe side by side. They touch! Beating and banging through the corner. It winds down, no issue. I cannot believe that Devin didn't hit that wall. Darnell on the outside, is there some damage? Jokering is Lindy. Joker exiting the Joker. He's going to have the run as we take 2 laps to go. We're going to be 3 wide into turn 2. Put your hard hats on. Lindy backs out of it. What? Devin locks up the rear, shooting. The middle is Darnell. We're both sideways. Lindy to second. Here comes Blanche.
Oh, he couldn't get it recovered.
And couldn't get the car to rotate.
I was about to say, we're about to see the advantage of the Ford Fiesta right here, where you can just power it through a slide. He just got it too loose. It wouldn't correct itself. But perfect example of what I was trying to say. You saw Lindy coming out on lap 3. You get a much faster lap coming out of your Joker lap here that you never want to take at the last lap. Lindy got his lap eaten up by those 2 cars in front of him. He had to slow down. He couldn't get the full speed. Luckily for him, he's still in second, but he could have caught up to Blanche a little more, about 1.3 behind now. He could have definitely had a huge chunk out of that if those 2 cars weren't there. Joker decisions are hugely important here.
The early Jokers won Zach Blanche this race, especially with the calamity that we've witnessed. If the first 2 heat races are any indication, I don't know what's going to happen in the semifinal and in the feature race. Devin Hughes has gone to the pit lane, and it'll be Zach Blanche. Unless something catastrophic happens. Final couple of corners. Blanche wins the second heat race. Lindy, Darnell, and Hughes to the semifinal.
If I'm looking at this right, Josh, I see out of heats and qualifying, Kieran with 10 points, Evan McFarlane with 6. That's half of the gap in the championship closed.
Before the feature.
Yeah, Evan has a chance to make up some points though here. He's going to the LCQ and he's starting first. He could bring back 3 points here. Evan McFarland, Matt,
Lindy, Kreutzer. You got it.
Kreutzer, Darnell, Garcia, Hughes, and Crossgrove.
Thank you, sir. We get ready for the consolation here in Barcelona. Looks like top 4 will transfer through. This is going to be a brawl, and I'm not ready for it. Another 5 laps, 2 jokers. Semi-final time in Barcelona. Green flag. Garcia, great start, but did not go at the start, and he's not gonna make the feature. Did not take the start. The world champion's out. Lindy leads. Kreutzer second. Darnell, Crossgrove, Hughes, Garcia, and McFarland is off the road. Huge title permutations for the world champion and an open goal for Lifflander later on. Beginning the first lap, Lindy leads Kreutzer, Darnell, and Hughes in the transfer spots as we begin. I cannot believe what we just watched.
You know, Josh, I think he's had issues in the past with I think he has a loose cord on either his wheel or his pedals. I'm not sure which one, but I'm thinking he didn't hot glue it like he's been saying he's supposed to. Hot glue it back into place.
Whoa. Over in the 029, he's back going again, but he loses the transfer. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, that's
McFarland's back. What happened to the world champion? Crossgrove involved in something. Keep it live pictures. I'll roll it back.
Oh, Darnell around. What just happened there? Evan McFarland out of nowhere. It looked like he got everything back and running. Hit the wall. Not quite sure.
I took a look off monitor. If you can pull it up, you can take the replay. But as Darnell, I'll get to my point eventually. Darnell broke the right front on the start gantry. He's out. McFarland went to make the corner, the dirt hairpin, and it turned him left. I think he had another technical failure, and the world champion ended up in the wall.
We're going to look at what happened. Evan McFarland gets back on track. Yep, you can just see something failed there. His wheel stopped turning. I think it's his wheel. Stopped turning. He can't move the car. All these cars, Josh Darnell swings it. Well, how did Josh hit him there? We're gonna go back and look then, because
Crossgrove.
Oh, Crossgrove hit. Yep, that's unfortunate.
And then is that Kevin Garcia? It is.
Kevin Garcia hit, and then Josh Darnell keeps trying to go. I think he had some. Yeah, he definitely had to have some steering issues
and clobbered the gantry.
Yeah, he got hit on the same side. That car just didn't want to turn anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow. I always say this. Over the last 13 years, I keep doing this because anything can happen. I am literally speechless as to what we have watched so far today in Barcelona. The world champion's out. Josh Darnell is out. Kieran Lifflander. What a performance so far compared to the rest of this season. And the world championship lead might change going to 2 races left. But we'll just have to see, of course, with the drop week that's going to get factored in. I don't know. I don't know. 2 laps to go, and it is Lindy who leads. Hughes, Kreutzer, and 4th place is Cody Crossgrove on his return. What are we thinking, Brian, as we head towards the feature?
I'm thinking the same thing that Kieran Lifflander just messaged me. No effing way.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. White flag for Lindy. Matthew Lindy has had terrible luck the last 2 weeks. Indianapolis crashed in the Joker. Iowa crashed in the final corner. Kevin Garcia's looped it in the 5th position in the 505. He's trying to get back going. He's going backwards on the track, trying to get rolling. He's pulling off the road. As into the wall goes Crossgrove, but he's in the transfer spot in the 18. And rounding the 2nd dirt hairpin over the jump is Lindy. And that's all we could really say, is echoing what Kieran told Brian. Jokering is Lindy. And Matthew Lindy, luck has turned around for him. Checkered flag, winning the semifinal. Devin Hughes will come home, or Klaus, in 2nd. Then it's Devin and Cody Crossgrove 4th, and the final transfer car. As best of the rest, Garcia, world champion McFarland out, along with Josh Darnell. Incredible scenes so far from Barcelona. We're going to step aside and take a break. Let these guys warm up. On the other side of the break, the Spanish Grand Prix. Stick around.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Between these two in turn one, this is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap clock at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside. And Magnus gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Magnus will hold his spot. The NASA Rallycross Challenge on ASN is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their continued support of NASA Sim Racing. By Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. And also by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform at ASN TV USA. And according to Brian, we might even be on the dark web. Ring the bell to catch our live streams every week. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. We welcome you back to round 292 of the championship overall and round 6 of the 33rd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship here in Barcelona. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. Brian, we have a list of names, and I don't think anyone's joining it. It's Sindre Silva, Christian Rufos, Jacob Rufos, Carson McKenna, Francois Martel, Evan McFarland, Kieran Lifflander. You got a lip counter I didn't even see. Those drivers are winners of the Spanish Grand Prix. Give me a prediction. Can we predict?
Matt Lindy. Kieran, if you're watching, I'm sorry. But it's been bad luck for everybody all night. Matt Lindy.
And Matt Grove says, don't have a stroke. Hi, Matt. I'm going to try not to, because this is... Whew. Heat 1,
you know
crazy.
I might,
Heat 2,
I might
crazy.
take back what I said before. Barcelona might eat more drivers than Knockhill does.
It historically has. If you're just joining us, or if you're somehow under a rock, defending world champion Evan McFarland out in the semifinal after a crash in the heat race and a technical failure in the semifinal. The world champion has been credited with an 8th place finish today in Spain.
Yeah, if this isn't his drop week, the best, like, if this is his drop week, I don't know exactly what the points situation will be. If this is not his drop week, Kieran, I mean, the gap's going to be 2 if Kieran comes in last.
The grid for the Spanish Grand Prix will populate momentarily. And we've got on pole position Kieran Lifflander, Zach Blanche, winner from Daytona, Matthew Lindy, Klaus Kreutzer, Devin Hughes, and Cody Cosgrove, former contenders champion, 2-time contenders champion. 10 laps, 6 cars, 2 jokers. So thankful that we don't have 11 cars like contenders did on Monday. Thanks so much for joining us on the Automotive Sports Network. We wait to grid. Got 5 out of 6 cars. It has been a brawl all day long, and it's only 1:40 as we wait for Hughes to joker. Gridding in the 5th position. Or grid. Words are hard. See, I'm already all over the place. I'm just anticipating the chaos. Thanks for correcting me. I'm anticipating the chaos. All 6 cars, words are hard, 10 laps, 2 jokers, hard hats on, Spanish Grand Prix, getting ready to go. Cosgrove jumps! Here we go. Cosgrove jumps. We are green in Barcelona. Down to turn 1. Lifflander and Blanche. Lindy gives Lifflander a nudge. Into the lead goes Blanche. Into 2. Up the hill. Lifflander gives him a nudge. Here comes Lindy. Kreutzer as well. Hughes bowls Kreutzer out of the way. Lifflander to the lead. Side by side of the teammates. They touch Lindy into the fence. Over the jump. To begin the first lap. Lindy might have right front damage after that hit on the wall. And beginning the first lap, Lifflander leads Blanche, Hughes, Kreutzer, Lindy, and Cosgrove with the jump start.
Lindy's taking a significant amount of damage there. He was ping-ponged between every driver, it seems. He got up on the inside or outside of Kieran.
He saved it. Outside of Kieran. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, Lindy got on the outside of Kieran there at the start, and pretty much not much
Lindy
he
has
could do. It looks like,
again.
well, my prediction's done for today. Commentators curse before the race even started. Klaus Kreutzer trying to take down Devin Hughes here. Neither of them have jokered. Devin with a huge sideways jump. Klaus takes joker first time of asking.
Cosgrove has parked it in the 18. Lindy has parked it in the 3. We've got 4 cars left. This reminds me of those attrition-filled races back on NASCAR 2003 so many years ago where we only had 4 cars left after a couple of laps. Blanche still second, third Hughes, fourth is Kreutzer. This is an open goal for Kieran Lifflander. In car number 20, as he is trying to win yet another race in the World Championship. As we thought we were going to be...
Jumped the start, but he's also out now. So did he also suffer an incident? I'm going to take a look. Let's see what happened to Cody. Oh,
they did the same thing.
They simultaneously flipped. We're gonna
What's
have to
your
count
flip
those,
counter?
Josh.
I got the pictures if you can count it, because we're not back live.
Count. So we're 8 currently. I know. We got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for Lindy, and let's go for Cody. 13, and then Cody adds 14, 15, 16. We're up to 16 flips. That might be our flip counter record.
It's gotta be. This has been
back to live.
This has been crazy. Okay. So, Kieran Lifflander is 7th all-time on the wins list with 15 in the World Championship. If it holds, he will have number 16. He doesn't move positions there, but this has been something else. I had a feeling today that it was going to be chaotic. And Barcelona's either immensely tame or it's like this. I have no doubt that there's no in between. Blanche is into the wall in the 2, but he keeps going. As let's get a reboot on the Joker strategy here. As Lifflander yet to Joker, Blanche yet to Joker. Devin's got 1 done. Kreutzer's got 1 done. Is it 15 or is it 16, Brian? You wrote 15.
Oh, did I say 16? I don't remember here. Well,
that's okay. There we go. That works. 16 flips today so far.
I'm a professional artist.
I know how to read scripts and talk, so you're really good at that. I'm really good at this. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Automotive Sports Network. It's been something else today.
We really don't have much in the way of a battle either. I mean, Lifflander and Blanche separated by 4 seconds. They're not offset on Jokers. Hughes is 3 seconds behind Blanche, so even if Blanche takes one, he's not going to lose the spot, and Hughes has a second Joker to take. If I'm somebody in the back here, I'm going to want to take my second Joker now if I'm Hughes or Kreutzer. But neither of them are going to. I'd want to have 2 in the bank and see maybe if something happens up front. This track has been eating people all day, so have my strategy done. Maybe just try and win on track position or on others' mistakes. Nobody wanting to do that, it seems. It looks like we're just going to have a position finish. 4 laps
Bold of you
time
to
trial.
assume that this running order won't change in the next 4 laps. As we look at Kieran Lifflander, car number 20. 4 to go for the kid from South Carolina. Second place man in points. We'll have to wait and see how the drop week factors in at the end of this race. Will the world champion maintain his lead? Blanche second. Third Hughes. Fourth is Kreutzer. It's about time, and it's not because he's my driver, but it's about time Devin's had some good luck. He has had terrible luck all season. And the 60 sits in the 3rd spot. He's been locking up the left front. Commentator curses just exist when I open my mouth, Matt, so it'll happen eventually. As Lifflander's last lap 41.6, he takes his first Joker in the 20. Rounding the final corner. Blanche does not Joker.
Kreutzer took his second one, so if Devin doesn't take it here, Devin does take it here, so.
Devin comes out behind Klaus, but he will have the run on the outside, side by side. This is on pace for the podium spot. Devin runs wide in turn 2.
Devin losing it. We're gonna have this is it. We have a battle now for the last step on the podium.
And the man from Illinois, Klaus Kreutzer, in front of the man from Canada, Devin Hughes in the 60. To the inside. We got 2 laps to go, not missing anything up front with Lifflander leading. It's half a second from Kreutzer to Hughes, and Hughes is starting to fall as the track rubber's in. Rounding the final corner. Gap has lengthened ever so slightly by a couple of tenths. And last time around, Devin was 2 tenths up on Klaus. Gets close in the middle sector, but it's misleading, especially when you hit that curb wrong. Sending it to the inside in the hairpin. Parking the car on the apex is Hughes. Liftlander Jokers in the 20.
Josh, I think need to have a conversation with your driver about not driving the car in front of you's line. That was a perfect opportunity to pass for Devin, but he was just driving the same line that Klaus is running. And if you're doing that, you're not gonna be able to pass somebody if you're driving the same exact line as them. Made the same mistake, went out wide. Same thing that happened to Crossgrove and Lindy. Lindy hit the curb, and Crossgrove just followed him out there.
Up front, Kieran Liftlander has survived the absolute chaos and calamity here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Lost in the world champion missing the feature is 3 in a row for Liftlander. He wins in Barcelona. Blanche Jokers on the final time of asking, and he will come home in the second spot. Third is Kreutzer. Fourth is Hughes. Fifth will be Lindy. Sixth will be Crossgrove. I cannot believe what we just watched today. That's something
Barcelona.
else. That was nuts. By 8.5 seconds, Liftlander over Blanche. Klaus on the podium. And I hope everyone's safe and sound in their houses, taking a deep breath, because that was nuts. As burning it down is Liftlander behind the graphic. Devin celebrating as well with the 4th place finish. And are we ready for interviews already, Brian?
Yeah.
Is that what that beep was in my ear? Let's see.
Yeah,
Well, we don't
that's
have
what that
anyone
beep
just
was.
yet. As we still watch Kieran celebrating. And we just await. We got Klaus. Klaus in the house. That might have been a bad one. We got Klaus Kreutzer joining us in the booth. Klaus, it's Brian and Josh. You got us?
I do.
All I have to ask you.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
No,
Nope.
you're muted.
I pressed the wrong button. I know what I'm doing.
Buddy.
Listen, buddy, I'm so confused as to what to do because this race had everything.
It's pretty wild.
Walk me through what you saw. It's been bananas.
Yeah,
Ryan's yelling at his dog. Don't listen to him.
It's okay. Yeah, it's just a wild track to race on. I think it's one of the most fun tracks in the game. Super technical. It's just really fun. It's one of the few tracks that you can make different lines work, and just a lot of fun to lap on this track. But it is very difficult to race with other cars. Just so much precision involved. And yeah, somebody makes a mistake and it affects the whole train behind. And yeah, I think we saw that multiple times tonight. I just tried to keep it alive, try to keep the car moving, put it into good spots, and yeah, just keep moving forward. And I had a great battle with Devin there in the feature race. So that was just a lot of fun.
I was going to ask you how that battle went, but you took the question out of my mouth. So anyone you'd like to thank for the podium today, my friend?
Yeah, absolutely. Just everyone at TWRS, Evan for some awesome setups, Josh Darnell, Zach Blanche, Matt Lindy. Those guys are just a blast to run with. We all make each other better. Them to me, definitely more than I to them. But yeah, just a great group of guys, and super fun to be a part of that. I'd like to thank you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast and putting on this race for sure. And anybody at home that's watching, that's enjoying this, it's entertained, we thank you for watching. Can't do it without you guys. And last but definitely not least, all the glory goes to God. So thanks a lot, guys.
All right, buddy. Great podium, and we'll see you next Saturday.
Appreciate it. See you then.
Carrying the baton for TWR Subi Squad after a bananas race, bonkers race in Barcelona, Zach Blanche. How are you, my friend? Talk me through your race.
Honestly, I'm a little bit tired. It's a bit early. I was at the Speedway last night, so up late, up for this early, and I got an 8-hour enduro go-kart race that I'm leaving for soon, so I could do with a little bit more sleep. But honestly, we're doing good. Pulled off a nice P2. Rear bar was feeling a little bit used up there. Not sure if I let that slide, but anyway, I feel so bad for Matt. I was not in the right headspace after that turn 2, and I was definitely aiming for a car, and I definitely missed the one that I was aiming for and hit Matt. So the poor dude copped it again, and I've gained more points on him in the championship. But he's faster than me, so he needs a good race. So hopefully he can pull something off in the last few rounds. And Paul Letty Evan, PC issues. Someone buy this man a PC, honestly. Someone sponsor him. He needs it.
Teammate on teammate violence. That's the one rule in racing, virtual or real. You don't hit your teammate, and you manage to hit your teammate.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't something I was aiming for. He was just a blind spot, and I was just like trying to pull back into that line after being punted out there. And it's just, this truck looks like you can fit 2 cars, but you cannot fit 2 cars wide.
Has anyone you'd like to thank for the P2 today, my friend?
Well, huge thanks to TWRS for doing all their practices that I didn't show up for. So I guess thank you guys for making me do better. They're always amazing. Evan with the setups has always been amazing. I just show up and this setup's like on fire straight away. So, it's good to pull a P2 off it. And yeah, I really enjoyed the racing for a track that's hard to drive 10 laps by yourself. I seem to actually get to the end of it, so that was a surprise.
Alrighty, my friend. Good podium, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week.
The man of the hour, and I have no words for what we watched. I want to hear from you. Just what happened? What's your thoughts? How are these last 2 races going to go? What are we thinking? Floor is yours.
Yeah, I guess starting off from practice. Had some pretty obviously we're traveling all over. We were just in the States, and now we're in Spain, so a bunch of traveling. Didn't have much time to practice. So yeah, I was down to like a 7, and then I made a few adjustments, like just off the top of my head, that I was like, why am I not doing this? And yeah, I had the team make them and went out for Q. And I knew I had a really, really quick time in there. So yeah, hit a 5 in Q, and Evan ended up messing up. So fortunate for me to be able to get the pole there. Because he hit a 4 in practice on like the first lap out or something. So he definitely had a really quick Subaru himself. But yeah, and then going into the first heat, I don't have any words. I pushed really hard that last corner. Yeah, we flipped it. That was it. So I had some midsection damage on the driver's side, and yeah, had to quickly make it to the pits after the race and have the team hurry up and just rip the whole body off, and then fix a couple roll bars on the driver's side. And we were back at it because there was some steering issues with that. So and watched from the pit and saw how something happened with Evan. I still have no clue what happened, but that was very surprising. I was definitely confused on what happened there. I mean, he didn't start, and then he ended up in the wall, and then his car was completely cooked. So yeah, and then was really fast in the feature. That's all it was. And I know that since Evan he's getting barely any points this round. And then I think it was like 7 out of the 9 cars in the field are TWRS. Or I think it was like 6 out of the 8, or 6 out of the 9, but I can't risk losing any points. And I knew that with Linde behind me and Blanche on my outside and 4th, whoever that was, I think it might have been Josh, Joshua Darnell. I can't risk anything, so I sent it, and I got rear end damage. Linde gave himself damage, and yeah, I roughed up Blanche. And in my position and how crucial every heat, LCQ, the amount of points I could have gotten in the last couple rounds, I need everything. So I'm not. This race was a perfect. This feature was a perfect place to take advantage and go up and fight for that lead in the championship points. And me making that move on Blanche, a bit of net code got in the way. I didn't hit him that hard to make him veer left, but hard enough to make sure that he gets out of the way. And yeah, still haven't seen what happened to Linde, but I think I saw a car flipping in my mirror going into the second sector in the right-hand sweeper. So yeah, unbelievable and emotional roller coaster. Not so much on the bad side, but more of just shocking majority of the time. This whole evening, I mean, it was crazy, absolutely crazy.
Unofficially, there are 3 points between you guys going into Knock Hill next week. So I guess take that take that for whatever you thinking of your game plan, because this is gonna get gnarly. So anyone you'd like to thank for the victory today, my friend?
Yeah, everybody, Team KLR, Daryl, Garth, Darren, Kevin, everybody at the shop that makes it possible getting these fast Subarus from place to place every round. Yeah, mom, dad, sister, all supporting, all watching. This is definitely a relief. If I, God forbid, I didn't win this, Evan was putting crazy laps down, and he managed to win everything. It would have been. I don't even know if I would have had a chance at the championship. Just based on points and how everything has been playing out. I've been very unlucky the past 2 rounds, but I was very fortunate this round, and I'm grateful to be in the position that I am now, being only 3 points back from the lead in the championship. Say all glory to God, and Simcraft rep them last week on the nose of the car. Fanatec, and yeah, everybody that makes it possible. NLR, you guys for putting on the show. Yeah, I can't wait to go get them in Knockhill.
As I'm trying to get more PPE, hard hat, glasses, gloves for everybody, because we're absolutely going to need it with the brawl of next week in Scotland. So great win, my friend, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Brian, want to take a look at points?
Absolutely. And you mentioned it before, and you were correct. 3 is our number. Evan McFarlane, 164. Believe that was his drop week. Holds him up the champion at the top. I don't think he gained any points this evening. Kieran Lifflander, 161. Zach Blanche in third, 140. Matt Lindy, 131. Klaus Kreutzer up 2 tonight, 119. Simmer, Darnell, Hughes, Rochard, Rondoletto, not pictured, is Cody Crossgrove up 70 or 62 positions.
62 positions?
With to 18 or 16th overall in the championship. In the team's points, TWR Subi Squad 361, JC Sim Sport 207, Control Z Racing 188, 177 for Kieran Lifflander Racing, Fiesta Siesta up 2, Topping Bite 500, and Slapex Control Z, and TO Racing. Our top 10 there. Manufacturers, same as it was before. Subaru, Ford, Blank Car, VW.
Listen, Brian, you're on a roll. Take us through programming notes so we can listen to that marvelous voice.
Pretty much. NASA. As we said before, Knockhill week starts tomorrow. Futures at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're racing in that, lights will be covered by Josh Darnell and myself. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday, it's Justin Robichaux and I. We're continuing Knockhill coverage with the contenders at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then you and I, Josh, back here for Knockhill at 2 next Saturday. If you don't know, this series is moving back to Mondays following the contenders. Contenders will most likely be pushed up an hour to 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern, and this will be immediately after. And that time slot. And if you're racing or planning on watching lights tomorrow, just be aware daylight savings time ends tomorrow. So everything's adjusted by an hour if you are in a place that does not participate in that.
We had numerous times where there would be Europeans that don't do daylight savings, and then they show up after the race and they say, "Oh, what happened?" Well, just kidding. Daylight savings happened. That's what happened.
Europeans and just an event.
Just an event, because Arizona's bizarre and doesn't have those. So let's do this. We'll do things. I know I gave you an order. We're going to switch things up because I do what I want. The NASA Rallycross Challenge on ASN is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their continued support of NASA Sim Racing. By Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Carnale IV, for camera support all season. And finally, by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. If you like what you saw today, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform at ASN TV USA. According to Brian, we might even be on the dark web, and ring the bell no matter the platform to catch our live streams every week. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone at nasasimracing.com. Give me a final thought, Brian.
Chaos. Glad it's over. But it's not over, because next week is not kill. So the chaos probably will continue. That flip counter might exceed 16 next week. But until then, that's all I got.
I don't have anything else to add, as that was expecting an Evan versus Kieran, right? And then we had some shenanigans in the heat race, and I said, okay. And then the start of the semifinal, and I said, okay. And then Kieran was able to benefit, and 3 points is what we have going into 2 rounds left of the World Championship. And not kill with the tire barriers in turn 1, the street circuit-like nature of the dirt. It's going to be something else. And it has been a super fun, super wacky, super weird season so far of the NASA Rallycross World Championship. The checkered flag has fallen on the afternoon here in Barcelona. On behalf of our entire production staff, my name is Josh Mertz, as we thank you for joining us for today's coverage of the NASA Rallycross World Championship. We congratulate our winner, Kieran Lifflander, win number 16 in his World Championship career. And be sure to join us for the 6th round of the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship from Knock Hill tomorrow evening. But until then, so long, everyone.